Hey guys, update time, booyah! Alright guys, so I'm just gonna kind of do this as my weekend wrap-up video. It's Saturday, it's 3:15. I did a live stream on Friday and I kind of cut it short. I did it for about an hour, which is generally what I do, but I would have continued because I was busy. Except that I got 2 phone calls in a row from my wife and I needed to go make sure everything was okay. There's a reason behind that, and I'm gonna kind of briefly touch on it without getting too detailed. Um, but so I cut the stream short. I went to go check on my wife. Everything was fine, by the way. Yesterday, anyway. But I said during that stream that I was gonna do one today as a result of cutting yesterday short. Obviously, it's 3:15 on Saturday. I have to be back at 2 o'clock tomorrow morning for work, 2:30. So I'm not going to live stream today. But let's jump into the update and I can tell you a little bit more about what's going on, guys. So, I know I've mentioned more than once that I shot a video that I called Why I Drive Rideshare Update. So I'm going to kind of quickly summarize that video. I'm not going to post it. I was waiting for my wife's permission to post it. But now there's an update to that update video that I need to share with you guys. So, real briefly in that update, I just kind of basically summarized or recapped my Why I Drive for Rideshare video. And that was essentially that we're trying to save up, start a family. Adoption, IVF, IUI, whatever we have to do. And all three of those options were expensive, and I was driving to save up money to go towards those. And everything that I raised, all the funds that I raised, was going into a separate bank account to go toward that purpose. Okay. So essentially what I did during the video is I just kind of briefly recapped what we've been through with the IUI, because that's what we've been trying IUI. And I'm not going to bore you with everything because I'm not going to upload the video. But essentially what ended up happening is our last IUI attempt was April last month. Essentially the quickest and easiest way for me to kind of get this out and get it out to you guys is that cycle took. So my wife pulled a positive pregnancy test about a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. So I was super excited because we've been trying for 11 years and finally I was going to be a father. Everything was going great. I was super happy. But we were told that it was a very high risk pregnancy. Like if she was to get pregnant, it'd be extremely high risk and they were going to monitor it really closely. So she drew the positive pregnancy test, I think on Wednesday the 1st. And then we had the blood pregnancy test on Thursday the 2nd, which confirmed the positive urine test. And then she had to go back on Saturday for another blood test, and the HCG level had risen to the point that it's supposed to rise, actually more than it's supposed to rise. So at this point, they're like, you got a really healthy pregnancy, everything's going great. You are definitely pregnant, and things are looking up for you. Blah, 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 etc., etc. So fast forward to this week, she kind of had some weird things going on. And long story longer, she took herself to the ER today for what she thought was abnormal bleeding. I don't think it was really that bad, but she had some bleeding earlier in the week, and she called the doctor in Madison, and they said, oh, it's normal, don't worry about it. But keep an eye on it, and she kept an eye on it, and felt like what she saw today was abnormal. So she went to the ER and they ran a whole bunch of tests. She was there pretty much the entire day. She was there from probably 11 o'clock until 2:15, 2:30. And they had her there for a long time. They ran a whole bunch of blood tests. They did an ultrasound. They did a pelvic exam. They did everything. And at the end of it, they basically told her, there's no other way for us to say this other than you're miscarrying your baby. So her HCG level had gone from 227 on Saturday. And again, you guys, none of this is important to you guys. You guys don't even know what the hell I'm saying probably. But if those of you that have kids have been through this, you understand this. But went from 227 last Saturday to 45 today. So technically anything above 25 is still pregnant. But our guesstimation was that she was 6 weeks. And at 6 weeks, the HCG level should have been somewhere in the thousands. 2,000 to 3,000 probably, somewhere in that range. And 45 is where she was at. And she was at 227 a week ago. So that's a clear indication that there's nothing there. I don't know what they saw in the ultrasound. I don't think they shared that. Obviously, they didn't see a baby, or they would have told her, hey, you're still pregnant, or whatever. But with HCG of 45, that's pretty obvious you're not pregnant anymore. But usually anything above 25 is a pregnancy, but really early, essentially. But if you go from 227 to 45, that's a no-go. So anyway, so we went from being really super excited 2 weeks ago to devastated today. Guys, we had already gotten gifts from people. We have freaking baby bottles now we can't use. And we went to the bookstore and bought a whole bunch of baby books. We were getting all excited. We were talking about possibly moving. We were looking into a whole bunch of different things. And we were due for the 9-week appointment at the end of the month. And or 8-week, whatever, 8 or 10, whatever you want to call it. I think it was actually technically 9 weeks, but so now obviously we have to call them and cancel that. We may still go to it because they want her to go see a doctor to make sure that everything's cleaned out so we can try again. But the good news is when you come off a miscarriage, your very, very next cycle is your best chance to get pregnant. So and we also found out through this process and through my job switch that my insurance has a hidden benefit, and that hidden benefit is that they cover infertility treatments at 100%, up to $35,000 lifetime. Okay, $35,000 lifetime is a lot. It seems like a lot, but really it's not. If we wanted to have 2 kids via IVF, we'd exhaust it. So, but the only thing that we don't think they pay for is the vials. So I'd still have to have the money available for vials, but they'll pay for everything else. And this last cycle that we did in April, the clinic submitted everything and they paid everything. So, and we had paid some bills, and they backdated and backcharged some of them because they didn't realize that they were going to pay them. So we should have a credit at the clinic, which is good. So having said all that, the insurance is awesome. So I think we got that going for us. And they're pushing us into IVF. So I don't know what we're going to do. We are definitely going to try on her very next cycle. We were so happy, finally we're going to have a baby. Everything's going to be awesome. And this is absolutely devastated today. So, we're definitely ready to, we had already told both sets of parents, everything was going, yeah. So, going forward, basically in the video, I had stated that I was going to drive more to prepare for the baby. I was gonna try to drive more often so I could save up more money at a faster rate of speed. I was gonna turn the app on the way home all the time, etc., etc. The baby would have been due right around Christmas time. This doesn't mean that we're stopping, because we're gonna try again, and we're gonna have a damn baby, probably in January or February of 2020. It's gonna happen. So the very next cycle, we're going to go for it. We just don't know if we're going to do IUI or IVF. We haven't decided that yet. Going to look into a few cost things. Just try to get everything figured out. I'm still going to continue to ride share as I have been. Probably a little bit more. I'll probably continue to do what I said in my video that I'm not posting. And that's that I'm going to drive whenever I possibly can. So live streams will continue as they have been. I really appreciate you guys jumping on and hanging out with me on the live streams. Always have. That's going to continue. So my stomach's growling. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know that some of you guys don't care, and that's fine. this probably won't get a lot of views on it, and that's fine too. My weekend wrap-up videos usually don't. I'm not going to call it a weekend wrap-up video because I want to get a few more views on it than I normally would, but that's basically the update to the update video that I didn't post. But anyways, guys, that's it. So look for a stream on Wednesday next week. I'll try to get one in earlier if I can. My wife is actually going out of town tomorrow, and she probably won't be back until Tuesday or Wednesday. So I should be able to get a little bit more drive time in with her not being home. Because a lot of time I don't drive, it's because she's home. But I just got home. I'm going to go spend some time with her now because she's obviously upset. And she was excited about this whole thing. Like, it was... Guys, the smile on her face when she showed me that positive pregnancy test. We've never in our lives drawn a positive pregnancy test ever. And supposedly she's miscarried before, but we've never actually confirmed a pregnancy. So the good news is this kind of shows that, she can get pregnant. So that's good. That's absolutely good news. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it. Sorry, it's more of a personal video than a red shirt video. So I apologize for that, but I feel like I built a good relationship with you guys over the course of the last year and a half, however long it's been. 2 years, actually, I think now. Thank you guys. Thanks for tagging along. The rest of your channel is going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing my thing. And, yeah. Uber Lyft on, guys. Be safe out there. And remember, it's a great time to be alive. Peace.